What's up, you guys? So in today's video, what I have are going to be 5 fragrances that I look forward to wearing when it gets to be a little bit cooler here in South Georgia. We have the woody fragrances, we have the tobacco fragrances, we have the boozy scents, and the fragrances that aren't really going to break the bank. Let's get into it. So for those of you that are new here, this is going to be a fragrance that you probably haven't heard much about. But for those of you that have been in for a while, you're going to see this on the screen and you're going to remember me talking about this fragrance. The first fragrance I want to share with you guys that I'm excited to wear come this fall is going to be Blue Cedar and Cypress by Criminal. So this fragrance in the past year has made a ton of my list. Why? Because it's great. And it can be found for under $25. In the opening, you get a brisk lemon leaf, you get a very inviting woodsy scent, whilst also having like a very nice, almost sharp-like citrus note. This was the first fragrance that I wore where someone complimented me in a way, saying that it smelled like Christmas coming off my skin, like Christmas morning in a way. And since then, I've worn it a ton. So if you were to have this fragrance, it would last you in the springtime, in the summertime, and even into the fall and winter time. But personally for me, this really shined mostly in the winter, when it got to be pretty cold. And for this being a $25 fragrance, it lasts a long time. Now, who do I see wearing Blue Cedar and Cypress? Anyone. This is about as versatile as something like Green Irish Tweed. Now, the opening might be a bit sharper, the lemon leaf is going to be a bit piercing, but the actual fragrance lasts a long time and can be worn in pretty much any occasion. Work, outside of work, you're going somewhere, some event, this will be great. Again, guys, the first one I have here is Blue Cedar and Cypress by Criminal. Now, number 2 is going to be the bougie scent that I look forward to wearing when it gets to be a little bit cooler. This one is just addicting to smell off the atomizer. It's intoxicating. No pun on it being a bougie scent, but it's nice in the opening to dry down. It's not going to be one that's going to be a mega compliment getter. It's more just one that I wear for myself because it smells high quality, it smells nice, and it's inviting. The second that I have here, guys, is going to be Bentley for Men Intense. Which, guys, just looking at this bottle here, it's a very smooth, clean bottle, which can be found for about 35 bucks. This line is not known for being a very expensive line. It is actually pretty affordable. Right off the top here, just smelling this, it smells like a cola. It smells like a soda. It smells like I just opened up a can of Coke. But in the air, it gets a bit sweeter, a bit smoother. You can get some of the boozy notes out of it. Now, that boozy and brisk opening does dry down to be a very smooth fragrance. One that is very mellow and masculine on the skin, with more than half decent projection and a pretty decent sillage. With that, you guys, you get Bentley for Men Intense. Now, guys, you should be on the lookout for a review of this fragrance, which will be coming pretty soon. Go ahead and turn on the notifications for the review of this fragrance. Now, number 3 is going to be a honey tobacco scent, and it's not going to be probably the one you're thinking about. It's not going to be the Naxos. It's not going to be the Pure Havane. It's going to be one with a little dose of blueberry added into it. It is one of the strongest winter fragrances that I have in my collection, and this one right here is a great fragrance. It lasts. It gets compliments. It's fun to smell. When I say that, it's one that I can pull the cap off of and I can smell it and it just kind of uplifts my mood. The third one I have here, guys, is going to be Happyland by Happyland Studios. Last year when I wore this, it brought in so many compliments. It was so office safe and office friendly. It was more office friendly than Naxos was. So off the opening, what you're going to get is going to be like a staticky, just rocky, almost blueberry tobacco scent, but in a great way. It's going to project off the skin. It's going to reach out like 6 feet in front of you. It smells like a blueberry pie, cinnamon pie. It is extremely inviting and can be found for under 50 bucks. This is probably my highest recommended fragrance on this list. And now next on this list is going to be one for those of you that don't enjoy spraying on fragrance. This is going to be one that is solid. It's going to be one that you're going to want to put onto your pulse points, and quite similar to like wearing like a fragrance oil, but this is a little different. It kind of takes away the oiliness of putting on like a roller while keeping the longevity of that style fragrance. With that, you're going to get that here that is called Fulton and Rorke. Right here, Fulton and Rorke, guys. See here, guys. Now, what's cool about this is that I take something like this. This is meant for shaving, right? And you just go like this. Take this right here, put that around in there. Actually, my scent of the night, so it kind of works out perfectly. Go on like this, around my neck, put it onto my wrist here. Now, what it smells like to me is going to be sitting by a campfire. For me, what it's like is like taking By the Fireplace by Mason Margiela and making it By the Bonfire. And guys, just so you're aware, on the bottom here of these fragrances are where it's gonna say the name. This right here happens to be Sterling. Now, like I said, these are in par in terms of the longevity with like your fragrance oils. And if you know anything about fragrance oils, they last you a long time. Yes, they're not gonna be the spray-on kind, but they are great fragrances in my opinion. But yeah, guys, that is Sterling by Fulton and Rorke. Now, they do have a whole collection of different things here. So like they have a whole try your sample or try out your own fragrance or try your find your signature scent. This happens to be one of the 3 that I have. For me, it's most appropriate for the fall and winter time. This is one that I can put in my literally in my pocket and just kind of go with it. Now, lastly but not least, it's going to be one fragrance that is an inspired by fragrance. Where yes, you have something like this right here, which is Creed Green Iris Tweed, which is a phenomenal year-round scent, including going into the fall and winter. But this can be very pricey. Now, there are a ton of clones on the market. There are a ton of clones of this fragrance. I happen to have one that I really enjoy. And it's still relatively new to my collection, so it's not one that I've, gone through an entire bottle of or anything. It's just one that I've worn about the past week or so. And each time that I've worn it, I've really enjoyed the scent. It is a bit different than the Green Iris Tweed. The Green Iris Tweed has a bit of a oomph in the dry down that's not in this, which for me, the Green Iris Tweed, it kind of turned me off in the summer because of that, which I'm kind of excited for wearing more in the winter because I hope in the wearing that doesn't happen. But with the fragrance that I have here, it kind of lacks that oomph in a good way. It has all the clean, soapy aspects of Green Iris Tweed without having that extraness that's there, while giving it almost like a spicy twist. Guys, that's gonna be King by Peyton Pedro. So just like the others in the line, you got Rebel and Hero. The opening this is sharp. It is sharp, it's bright, it's brisk, but that does dial back pretty soon into wearing it, maybe 20 minutes into the wearing. And then it sits pretty close to the skin. It's not gonna be a projection beast. It's gonna be one that when you're up close and personal with somebody, when you're like up close and personal with somebody, they're gonna really enjoy this scent. Because for me, Creed Green Iris Tweed and King by Peyton Pedro is gonna be so versatile and inoffensive. So if you are interested, I do have a link for this in my description. Just make sure you put in Georgia Jet at checkout. That way you can get 15% off from this. Now guys, I hope you've enjoyed this list and in this video. If you have, not forget to give me a thumbs up down there. And if you are not already subscribed, please consider doing so. I look forward to hearing if you guys have tried these fragrances. I look forward to hearing how they work for you. Guys, like I always say, keep it gent, love your scent, and I will see you all next time.